Hey everybody, it has been quite a week here at the nursery. We've had over probably 35,000 plants come in through the door. Our crew has been fantastic about getting them into their pots and into their containers and hanging baskets or whatever we need them to do. They're there making it happen, and I'm so grateful for that. We still have loads of plants that need to get planted up. So we've got a really busy week ahead of us as well. So it's all good. But I thought I'd just check in, kind of give you a little bit of an update, a little bit of a behind the scenes tour, and also just give you a little insight into some of the strategies that we use to be able to have some of the best plants and best hanging baskets and containers around. So the first thing I'll show you is our plants generally come in these little plugs. And the plugs, this is one of the standard sizes. We have some of them that come in maybe a little bigger than this as well. And this works really well for us because we're able to get in so many different varieties than what would be available if we just got in finished product. Finished product would be potted up, and ready to sell. These are going to take a good 2 months to grow. So we've got to give them some good care, and then we'll have them ready for everybody on May 1st when we open our doors. And then when it comes to hanging baskets, well over half of our hanging baskets are our custom combinations, ones that we put together, but we also have a selection of them that are they're called multi-stick plugs that we get. So they're predetermined plugs or combinations that we use. And so those come in for us in a tray like this, but whereas the other trays all have one plant per plug, this kind here has 3 plants in it. And so it's kind of interesting because the fact that 3 plants can grow in here, and they grow into beautiful, beautiful hanging baskets. So when we're planting these up, our staff go through and they make sure to check that there are 3 plants in there. Sometimes one of the plants doesn't make it, or it is looking really poorly. So they'll separate those out. We call those our misfits. And so those misfits are used in other containers and in different ways. But for the rest of these, we plant them up. For a 12-inch basket, we're able to put 2 in each basket, so that'll be 6 plants per basket. And then we have to keep an eye on them a little bit more than some of our other ones. We do have to make sure that we're training the branches so that they blend in nicely. They do a pretty good job on their own, but sometimes they need a little help. Also, every once in a while, one plant might fail, so we keep an eye out for that. But overall, it's a nice way for us to save a little bit of time, because planting up, these 2 plugs and sticking them in there means that our staff don't have to go around and select all the different plants and pick each one separately. They're able to put this in. So these are kind of our no-brainers in efficiency. As far as our cost per plug, this plug still costs us approximately 3 times the amount of a single stick plug. So we're not saving any money on our plants, but we are saving a lot of money on labor. So I just think that's just an interesting thing that a lot of people wouldn't realize, that this is even an option, and the fact that 3 plants could fit in this little thing here. But we do have to get them planted up pretty early because the roots develop very swiftly, and it's very important that we plant them up so that they can start expanding out, because we don't want these 3 plants competing too much more. So once we get them into container, they just spread out, do their thing. So I think I'm going to just take you around and just show you some of the plants and how they look right now. I'll warn you, there's not lots of flowers because we plucked the flowers off. We don't want them blooming right now. We want them to develop roots, but there's a lot of great foliage, and there are a couple of blooms out there that I can show you. So let me take you around. So this is greenhouse 1, and we've already been putting a lot of our plants in here. Look at the flowers on this Intensia. This is one that has been a nonstop bloomer since we put it into its pot, and we had snipped away all the blooms. But then we also have some of our plug trays tucked in here just for the time being. So these are a bunch of the dahlias that we have in here. You can see we're kind of making room wherever there's space and using every space available. This is all Angelonia here, lemon coral sedum. Here's some of the grasses. So these are just starting to fill in. This is the skyrocket. That one over there is the vertigo. That's the one that gets really dark. This is the Prince Tut. And then this is Truffula pink gumfrina. And so you can see these are having the little pink blooms on them. There'll be loads of those. That gets nice and big. We have some verbena that's in bloom. So this one is the Superbena Sparkling Rosé. I think down here, there's a little bit of the Superbena Cobalt right over here. And that's just looking so fantastic. I mean, just look at the flower on that. And this is just the first bloom. So there's a lot more to come. I've got a lot of other plants tucked in here. And then, of course, the hanging baskets. Holy smokes, look at here. This is the Supertunia persimmon. That thing is blooming like crazy. What's going on there? And then, here's some more of that verbena. Wow. Okay, you guys are really putting in the work for us. I hadn't looked up here yet. So that's pretty crazy. Here's some of the pre-stuck plugs in here. So there's 6 plants in there. It looks like 2, but it's actually 6. Here's some of the foliage plants that we have. So there's a little bit of variation and variety and texture and color with these. But then we get over here, we got a little bit of Lophos, some Kufia. This is Scaevola. We're not going to see too much action on these, although there is one white bloom in there. We have pink and violet blue. This is some of the Lantana, so we're going to notice a couple of blooms on that. Things are coming pretty quick on these. And then over here, this is some incredible sunflowers and some dahlias over here. Let me take you out into the hallway. So this section here are all Selenia begonias. So we do have a little bit of the scarlet blooming right there. And then we go into, that's the hula begonia that's there. This is some lobelia. Those are the dragon wings there. This is the Croton petra. More begonias tucked in. So things are a little mishmashed with as far as being mixed up. Here's some canna. Some more osteos, we have moved those into the other part. Here's some calibrachoas that haven't been planted yet. Let me pop over to the other side. So here are some more begonias. These here are the vermilion red. That was such a good flowering plant last year. And then this is the griffin begonia. We have a bunch of coleus. Look at the colors on this coleus. It's just incredible to look at. I'm just absolutely amazed at what I see. And look at this one here. This one is called Under the Sea Gold Guppy, and it's really bright yellow. Well, these here are some of the trailing coleuses. So this one has a really dark burgundy with green trim. This one has more lime, and then this one has a little bit of a pink center as well. And this is an assorted pack, so we get 3 different kinds in this one. Not all of our plants are available that way, but this one is here too. So these are part of the Main Street series. So 3 different kinds here, 3 different kinds here. More begonias down here. Let's see. More begonias up here as well. We do have some Terenia that's blooming, so you can take a look at that. This is another mixed tray, so that is the Terenia. I think it's the Wave Bouquet. There's a gold one, and then this one here as well. That's a great one for shadier spots. What else can I show you? Here's that Tradescantia, the pistachio. This one was so beautiful last year, a really great seller for us. Some more of the grasses. And then here's some of the spikes that we got, and we're trying some new ones. So these are the traditional green ones. So these have a lot of growing yet to do. But this one here is a bicolor one and just has really great color. This one's called Magenta. Look at how dark that is. Looks a lot like a cordyline, but it's a, what is it, Dracaena or Dracena, something like that. And then we've got Kufia down here, petunias up here. Let's see. And then geraniums kind of take over the rest of this area here. But look at the foliage on this one. This is the Vancouver Centennial geranium. And that one just has really beautiful leaves on it. And here in greenhouse 3, we have all these are petunias here. And then these are all petunias over here. And then calibrachoa, we still have more of both that need to be potted up. But so this is what our staff has been able to get done so far. A lot of hanging baskets are in here as well. So we're keeping ourselves plenty busy around here. So the sun is going down and it's starting to rain. So I've got to get this place buttoned up for the night. So I'm going to call it quits, but I will be back very, very soon with more updates. I'll keep you posted on everything that's going on. I really appreciate you guys watching, following along, leaving your comments. Always love it when I hear from you. So feel free to leave a little comment, say hi, go ahead, subscribe, do all that, because we've got a lot more season left and I got loads more to show you.